I told you early on that they said there was peace through strength, and our strength is our great military. But now they're bringing pronouns into our military. They're bringing wokeness into our military. I don't even know what the heck is a pronoun. I can tell you that, and I'm sick and tired of this pronoun stuff. What I want our military men and women to do is to be at war fighting.
Okay. So, not only does Herschel Walker not know what a pronoun is, but he's been using that line for like months now. No one's told him. He hasn't Googled it. And now those pronouns that he doesn't understand have made their way into the military. There were no pronouns before. Nobody had any idea what to refer to each other as. And anyway, it's all a distraction, everybody. As Herschel Walker so eloquently put it, he doesn't want pronouns in the military. He wants you to be at war fighting or something. That's a direct quote. I don't know what it means, but to be fair, neither does he. That is the closing argument effectively of Senate candidate Herschel Walker. It's not the dumbest thing he's said this week. Elise, what do you think?
The fact that Walker could still win is a very scary idea at this point. Despite the polls showing that Warnock is strong. But you know what? To me, I'm just gonna try and see this as something funny, because if the reality of what the midterm elections showed last month is that Trump-backed ridiculous candidates like Walker are not winning. And so I'm hoping that Georgia voters feel the same way as Pennsylvania voters in not trying to elect these ridiculous candidates. But it's pretty wild.
That are ridiculous in so many ways, and the many lies and the many scandals, and even when they start to talk about something that's sort of tangentially related to substance, like he's talking about what our focus, I guess, should be in our military. I don't even know what he wants. I don't know what he is talking about when he talks about pronouns in the military. I don't know if he wants to set up some sort of don't ask, don't tell your pronouns thing. I honestly don't know. But I want to ask you a question, because we've been talking a lot this year about Herschel Walker. He could well become a senator. And I want to know, in your opinion, which is a bigger indictment on the American people? Having elected Donald Trump president, or if they elect Herschel Walker to the Senate? Which is more embarrassing for our country?
It's damn close. I couldn't even tell you. I think Herschel Walker is a lot. The fact that Trump backs Herschel Walker kind of amplifies Herschel Walker. So I would say that Walker is definitely more embarrassing.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, and certainly they are tied together. They're very similar candidates in a lot of different ways. I would honestly say I agree. I think, look, I despise Trump 1,000 times more. He's done a lot more damage. Will continue to, even if Herschel Walker makes it in the Senate. But all of the things that make Trump terrible, I get why many Republicans love that stuff. He's horrible to appeal to them. Walker is. He's not qualified in the same way that Trump wasn't qualified, but he's worse at doing it. He should be being punished by the voters more. Donald Trump at least was compelling. Herschel Walker is just a hot mess. That's all he is. And Trump obviously had any number of different scandals. I mean, there's no way I could remember the names of all of the women who've credibly accused him of sexual harassment and sexual assault. But Herschel Walker, like, the abortion hypocrisy and everything, it's so embarrassing. We'll have to see. As of right now, though, I did want to update people on what it's looking like as we head into the actual voting. We're of course not in the first day of voting. Thankfully, as of right now, at least Georgia does allow some early voting. And on Friday, that was the last day of early voting. Over 350,000 people cast ballots. That makes the total early vote 1.8 million. That's above previous records that have been set in 2018 and 2016. So beating another midterm election, that's already impressive. But beating early voting in 2016, that was a presidential election. It was a presidential election a lot of people were really interested in since Trump was the candidate. So this at least shows that a lot of people seem to be invested in the outcome of this. I would guess, although I can't prove, that probably benefits Warnock. But what do you think?
Oh yeah, I completely agree. There seems to be an energy against Walker in the same way that people were against Trump in 2020. The messaging from his own son is clear enough that people just don't want this man to be elected. Warnock is an incredibly strong candidate. He has great values and great policy positions, but this is really an anti-Warnock vote, or sorry, an anti-Walker vote than it. And I think that the increase in voter turnout is very similar to 2020 with Trump.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.